basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games.
The drama surrounding Angel Reese has taken an unexpected and deeply damaging turn, one that seems to confirm every warning her critics have been shouting for months. What was supposed to be a season of growth, dominance, and major marketing milestones has instead unraveled into a cautionary tale about overconfidence, misplaced strategy, and the brutal reality of professional sports when performance fails to match the hype. For sponsors, the writing is now on the wall, and it's not in bold gold letters. It's in the fine print of contracts being reconsidered. For Reebok, a brand trying to claw its way back into basketball relevance, the face of their revival has become the face of missed layups, awkward bloopers, and squandered opportunities. It all began with a moment that should have been Angel Reese's crowning glory. She and her team at Reebok had meticulously crafted a plan to unveil her signature shoe during the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis. It was a smart play on paper.
For us, I think we've struggled in the fact that we're able to play one good game, and then we play a bad game, and then we play...
Caitlin Clark, the league's biggest attraction and co-captain for the event, would draw the eyes of the basketball world, and Angel would bask in the spillover glow, using Clark's gravitational pull to launch her diamond dust colorway into the stratosphere. Angel Reese has built much of her visibility on riding Clark's coattails, whether through their college rivalry, on-court matchups, or media narratives that pit them as equals, and this was meant to be the ultimate co-branding coup. But fate had other plans. Just days before the big night, Caitlin Clark went down with a right groin injury on July 15th, removing herself from both the three-point contest and the All-Star Game itself. The star power vanished in an instant, and so did the guaranteed viewership that Angel's entire marketing moment depended on. Without Clark on the floor, the All-Star Game lost its centerpiece, and the audience numbers took a nosedive. What? Was meant to be a launch in front of a massive electric crowd instead became a muted unveiling in a half-interested arena. For someone who had loudly declared herself a marketable star, independent of Clark, and the irony was, cutting Angel's biggest moment fell flat precisely because Clark wasn't there to lift it. It didn't help that Angel herself hadn't exactly been delivering the kind of performances that make sponsors swoon. Her struggles with layups had already gone viral earlier in the season, with one particularly infamous sequence, a missed putback, another miss, then a block, becoming a meme across basketball Twitter and TikTok. Commentators tried to stifle their laughter mid-broadcast, aware of the cameras, but the damage was done. Clips circulated of her missing what should have been automatic shots.
But it is just a little bit different, so I think it'll take us a second to kind of adjust to that and just...
prompting some fans to label it the Angel Reese effect, a phenomenon where the simplest looks at the rim somehow turn into contested battles against invisible defenders. Her 44.4% field goal percentage might not sound catastrophic until you realize most of her attempts are from point-blank range, where professionals are expected to convert at 70 to 80%. This wasn't the stat line of a dominant interior player. It was a glaring red flag. Then came the injury. Not Clark's Angels. A back issue sidelined her for 4 of the Chicago Sky's next 5 games, during which the team plunged deeper into the standings, their record falling to 8-21 with an 8-game losing streak. Any hope of salvaging momentum was gone. Instead of headlining highlight reels, Angel was in street clothes, watching her team unravel. Fans noticed an odd pattern. She sat out the game before the All-Star break, played in the All-Star Game itself, then suited up for just one more outing before shutting it down again due to the back injury. The optics were bad and fans weren't shy about pointing it out. For Reebok, this was turning into a nightmare scenario. Shaquille O'Neal, who heads the brand's basketball division, had made Angel the centerpiece of Reebok's comeback plan, investing in a multi-year signature shoe line built around her personality and cultural profile. The Diamond Dust was designed to represent grit and glamour, an emblem of her fierce on-court presence and stylish off-court persona.
We slip out of our hands and we're tired of it. I mean, you either just sit with it or you get tired of it and boss up.
But instead of embodying dominance, the shoe had become an accidental mascot for miscalculation. when your signature athletes, most shared highlights are missed layups and awkward rebounds, the marketing message collapses. The juxtaposition with Caitlin Clark's trajectory only twisted the knife deeper. While Angel was injured and underperforming, Clark was breaking records, boosting league ratings, and selling out arenas across the country. Angel's frustration, according to those close to her, has been boiling over. She reportedly blames Clark's injury for ruining everything, as though the absence of her rival's presence was an intentional act by the basketball gods. It's an odd grievance, but it reveals something important. Despite all the public bravado about being Clark's equal, Angel's strategy tacitly acknowledged that her biggest moments still needed Clark in the frame. Without her, the draw wasn't. The same for fans, for TV audiences, or for brands. And yet, the backlash isn't just about missed shots or bad timing, it's about trust. For years, brands have learned the hard way that personality without performance is a ticking time bomb. The sneaker industry thrives on aspirational imagery. Kids want to wear the shoes of their heroes, players they dream of emulating. But what happens when the hero is more famous for bloopers than buzzer beaters? When fans are making compilation videos titled Angel Reese Layup Miss?
We have millions of people always watching us, and I've always wanted to look up my...
Part 36, the aspirational appeal dies in real time. The Chicago Skies. Collapse during her absence didn't help her case as a franchise cornerstone. While Angel can lead certain statistical categories, if a team's inability to win with her healthy and their inability to win without her raises uncomfortable questions about her actual impact on the game. For a brand pitching her as a winner, that's a narrative problem with no easy fix. And with ticket prices plummeting for games she's expected to headline without Clark from $100 down to as low as $5, the commercial reality is undeniable. Without Caitlin Clark, the demand evaporates. This moment also has broader consequences for women's basketball. The league has been enjoying unprecedented momentum, fueled by rising stars, competitive rivalries, and improved quality of play. But when a marquee player is publicly struggling, it risks reviving old stereotypes about the sport's entertainment value. For Reebok, the stakes are even higher. They're not just betting on Angel Reese as an athlete, but as the face of their basketball resurrection. If she can't turn this around, they may be forced to quietly walk back their investment, or at least scale it down before the 2026 launch. The shoe release now looms like a referendum on her career. Will the diamond dust be remembered as the start of a redemption arc, or as a monument to overreach and bad timing? Can Angel channel her frustration into tangible improvement on the court, proving her worth not just as a personality, but as a performer? Or will she remain caught in the loop of missed opportunities, both figurative and literal, with each new low light feeding the narrative that she's all talk and no finish? The irony in all this is painful. Angel Reese had the big contract, the national platform, the carefully staged moment. But the one thing she needed most consistent, independent star power, was never truly in her control. She built her biggest play around someone else's light, only to find herself stranded when that light went out. It's a lesson as old as sports itself. Real stars don't wait for rivals to make them relevant. They seize their moments, with or without anyone else on the court. For now, Angel Reese is left waiting, watching, and wondering whether hers has already passed.